2, 1. Hello everybody, I'm Jason. This is Jason's Beats and Records, JBR. And today we're going to be covering this. The Life of Pablo by Kanye West is such a bizarre thing. As we all know, Kanye West has bipolar disorder, which explains a lot of what this album is, but it's still so interesting beyond that. He has a larger than life persona, which is absolutely well earned, but on this record there's such a deep sorrow behind the veil of that larger than life figure. You of course get songs like Famous and Highlights, which are just a lot of noise and in your face attitude, and I've earned a lot, but it still doesn't match what I truly am worth, But you also get songs like FML, Wolves, and Real Friends, where Kanye is desperate for anything meaningful, like a home instead of a house, a home instead of the 10 houses that he has, friends and family instead of followers. It's kind of like the Ouroboros, the self-eating snake. Just where he puts something out into the world, and the people just feed it, the people around him just feed it back into him. So all that he's receiving is this diluted form of what these people who don't understand what it originally was, and they're feeding it back into him. It's just like he's spiraling inwards on himself in a deluge of paranoia. There's so much noise on this album, so much haze and fog and half-baked ideas that he wasn't challenged on, that he wasn't forced to stop and think about and reconsider. And all this leads into the big dog of St. Pablo. Give me just 1 second before I get into that, though. I really want you to go listen to this album. It's a hefty hour and 5 minutes, but I'd still just love it if you could. Now, normally when there's a piece of art that a problematic person puts out, people say, separate the art from the artist, or, just put that to the side for the length of the album. But if you do go listen to it, which again, I highly encourage you do, I don't want you to do that. I ask you to go listen to this album knowing full well where everything ends up. The statements about his daughter when he was running for president, about him wanting to abort her, about his divorce, about his anti-Semitism, about this man who was struggling with himself and with the world around him. Keep all of this in mind when you're listening to it. Keep all of this in mind when you're thinking about this album. And so now, St. Pablo, this goddamn doozy of a song. He discusses the debt that he's in, the friends that keep asking him for money, the family members who he has on payroll. Don't stare at money too long. It's Medusa. Later followed by Real Families Stick Together and See Through the Mirage. It also dwells on life and death and existentialism with lines like, I wasn't supposed to make it past 25, which is referencing the car crash that he was in when he was 25 that left him hospitalized and almost killed him. He also says, I'm praying an out-of-body experience will happen. Let's see. Praying an out-of-body experience will happen so that people can see my light now. It's not just rapping. I don't know, it's just such, it almost feels like you've just given up. It's beyond sadness, it's beyond anger. Most songs are happy or sad or angry or whatever, but this song is something else. It's like walking through a jungle, kind of. You cut through all the chaos and the noise of the album and all the half-finished ideas, and you find yourself in this laser-focused masterpiece. But just a decent way to describe it. of like the swan song. You know, the hero of the story has to die, but they've just enough time to gasp and throw out their hands and dance one last time. And I don't know Kanye West. I don't know him personally. I don't know that much of his story. And I don't know if he felt like he was going to die in 2016. But listening to St. Pablo, it sure as hell feels like it. I know I'm the most influential. That Time cover was just confirmation. This generation's closest thing to Einstein. But don't worry about me. I'm fine. This line off St. Pablo, I feel, summarizes the album fairly well. The bipolarism, the everything that's going on. I know I'm influential. Only someone like Einstein can match me. But I'm only fine. Not good, not great. Fine. And as everyone knows, when you ask someone how they're doing, and all they can say is fine, we all know. Hi, me again. I've got this guy on my lap. I just want to say real quick, check out Star Child Strays on YouTube, Bandcamp, Instagram. It's the music that I make. It's just you know what my passion is. That's my true, you know, love of my life. I explore all sorts of nifty topics like sadness and whatnot, like we talked about in this video. Evil dog. Evil dog. Evil dog. Yeah, I just posted a video of on the TV over here with the guitar and piano in the background, and then me singing over it to my song Bashful. I also have songs like Center of the World and A Flight to Jupiter and a recent song called Permafrost that are all just pretty nifty if you like big, loud, distorted things. Again, Star Child Strays, Instagram, Bandcamp, and YouTube. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day. Seriously though, who is this guy? He needs to leave me alone. Get out of here.